Instagram. How you doing? And I'm live over here on Facebook. How are you? Good afternoon, good evening. What's good? What's good? I know you probably haven't seen me go live in a while, so you're probably freaking out and wondering, is it really me? It is really me. It is I, and I am live. I am here. What is up? What is up? Hey, Food by Arizona. How are you, love? Mwah. Hey, Facebook. What's good? What's good? I got both the cameras going on today. Super excited. Hey, thank you, Food by Your Arizona. Food by Your Arizona is over here on Instagram. If you guys are in Phoenix, you guys want to make sure you guys go check him out. He has the dopest catering. I've been watching him. His food is looking good. I'm about to do something with him. I don't know what yet, but we're definitely going to do something together. Hey, Facebook. What's good? Hey, Torontibs. How are you? You guys are starting to come in. I'm going to go ahead and get started because I know, here in Phoenix it's about 6:15. I know on the East Coast it's 9:15 for you guys, and so I don't want to hold you guys long, but I have been getting a lot of inboxes, emails, requests checking on me. How are you doing? Where are you at? When are you going live? Are you still doing lives? Are you still in business? Yes, I'm still in business. I'm still going live. I'm still doing what I do. All of those things are absolute yes. Hey, Lois Barber, what's good? Hey, Facebook. How you doing? Tonight I want to talk about how to get unstuck. I have been receiving a lot of inboxes and emails and messages about, well, let me back up. Let me back up. Before I get into getting unstuck, let me first say thank you for all the love. Thank you for everybody that looks for me. Thank you to everybody who checks on me. Thank you for the inboxes, the emails, the phone calls. I appreciate them and I love them. And you guys are really the people who have inspired me to get back up on my horse and have this conversation tonight. So some of this is about me, but it's really about the people who have been reaching out to me and just been like, I'm stuck, Renee, I need you. Where are you at? I'm stuck. Can you help me? So tonight I want to talk about how to get unstuck. I'm going to tell you what I've done, and I hope that it helps and blesses some of you guys as well, okay? So with that being said, most of you already know me, but for those of you that don't, I am Lenny Javette. I am the Mogulist. I help create step-by-step implementation strategies to reach goals in life and business like a mogul, which is just not to say that you can't get there, but why not get there like a mogul? Like, why not get there like a boss, right? So that's what I help people do. I help take your dreams and your thoughts and your ideas out of your head and make them tangible so that you can actually see them come to life. Now, with that being said, I gotta say hi to Instagram over here. With that being said, tonight I want to talk about how to get unstuck. Okay. The first thing I want to talk about is what are some reasons that people get stuck. I can speak to this because I just came out of my own little bubble. Divorce, death, loss of job, weight gain, lifestyle change, losing your job, getting a new job, promotion, move, social media, not knowing what you're doing, a breakup. There's a variety of reasons why people get stuck. Sometimes it's just nothing. Sometimes it's just you get comfortable in your life, and that can lead you to being stuck. Those are a lot of negative things. Sometimes something positive can make you get stuck. You might get married, and you might start seeing yourself slow down. You might have a kid, and the kid is a good thing, but you might, hey, Blue Fireman, I see you over here. That might cause you to slow down. You might move. You might get a new job at a promotion. You might get busy. You might lose weight. You might start a business. You might write a book. You might get new clients. There's a variety of different reasons why people get stuck, or they feel sluggish, or they feel like their life has slowed down, or they feel like they're not moving forward, or they feel like they're not getting the results in their business or their relationships or with their family. Everybody goes through it, and we're at the halfway mark in this new year, 6 months in, and this is a really imperative time for people to start getting that sluggish feeling, that slow feeling like, okay, I'm stuck. I'm not hitting the goals I said. I'm not moving towards the goals I said I was going to do. I'm not working out. I'm not eating right. I'm not in my business like I'm supposed to. I haven't got the new job. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing in my relationship. I am stuck. And I have gotten many emails, messages, questions about this. Hey, can I call you because I'm stuck? So I want to just kind of talk about it tonight, online, live, because I'm hearing it so much. Hey, Takenya, we're on the upside. I didn't get to see it. There we go. After recovery, after long-term unemployment, we are still here together. Hey, girl, I see you. I'm not mad at that. I get it. And I said that. Sometimes people get stuck because of unemployment. Sometimes people get stuck because they got a new job. Sometimes people get stuck because they lost the job. Can you guys hear me okay? My microphone is way over on the other side. Here we go. All right, let's try that. So there's a variety of reasons that people get stuck. Here's the other thing. Sometimes when I have this conversation, somebody will be like, I'm not stuck, I'm good. And you might not, you may be good. We're going to talk about ways to identify if you're stuck. But before that, if you get stuck for something that's positive, a lot of times we'll call it a plateau. Okay, so sometimes people think stuck is a negative connotation, and it's not a negative connotation. Sometimes stuck is just a plateau. Maybe you've been moving really good, really fast, and you've gotten to a particular level, and you've kind of just plateaued. A plateau can sometimes come across as being stuck because you don't know what to do next. You're not sure what's going to happen next, and so sometimes you may not be quote unquote stuck. You may have just hit a plateau. Okay, so what are some ways to recognize if you're stuck? I'm going to give you some ways to recognize if you're stuck before I give you my 5-step plan, my 5 steps on how to get unstuck. Let me tell you some ways to recognize if you're even stuck. The number one way to recognize if you're stuck is if you're not moving forward or making progress. If you're not moving forward or making progress in your life, you're stuck. Or you've reached a plateau. Or you've decided, woof, I've gotten this far, I'm good. I don't want to go any further. Now, if you've gotten to a place in your life where you're like, I'm good, I'm making all the money I can make, I got all the friends I can have, I done dated all the men I could date, I done, dated all the women I could date, if you've gotten to that place in your life where you can plateau and you're good, hey, kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving a hand. You done did the damn thing, take a seat. But for the people behind you who still have some things that they're trying to achieve in life, you know what I'm saying? You still got some coins you trying to collect. You still have a want to get off the ground. You still have a book that you want to write. You still have some, you know what I'm saying? You still want to get married. You still want to date. Like there's still some life in you. For you guys, for you, not moving forward and making progress, the first way to identify that you may be stuck or you may have plateaued. Okay. And again, disclaimer: if you're happy where you are, not talking to you, boo. Congrats. The second way to recognize if you are stuck or have reached a plateau is if you are making excuses as to why you're not moving forward. And a lot of times you'll hear people say the C word. This is a cuss word. This is a cuss word. I'm going to say it. Cover your ears if you have sensitive ears. Here's the cuss word. I'm content. Oh, content. I should Google it and tell you guys what it means, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to ad-lib. I'm going to freestyle. Content just means you cool. That means you're not necessarily happy, but you're not necessarily sad. You're not necessarily good, but you're not necessarily bad. You just cool. You just alright. If the wind blows you over, you're gonna fall down. You're done. That's it. Like you just okay. Now I don't know about. I'm gonna speak for me. I can only speak for myself, but I don't want to be okay. Like I don't want to live an okay life. Is not cool with me. I want to be. I don't have to be. Perfect because perfect doesn't even exist. Like that's not real. So I don't have to have a perfect life. Live, some black excellence. You know what I'm saying? I want a nice little house, nice little whip, nice little husband. I want my business to be flourishing. There are some things in my life that I would like to have. And so content just doesn't do well with me. And a lot of times when people get stuck or they reach a plateau or they can't figure out how to get to where they want to go, they'll just say, oh, I'm content right here. So if you've heard somebody say they're content, chances are they might be stuck or they have a plateau. Okay, that's the second way to recognize. The third way to recognize is, I'm sorry if I talk about somebody right now. They pretend to be happy where they are, but inside they're sad, negative, hating, and they're watching everybody else live their life, talking shit. Y'all know some of these people. Do not look left or right if they are sitting next to you. And if you don't know this person, then it might be you. Okay? These are the 3 ways to recognize if you are stuck or if you are in a plateau. A lot of times we will be like, I'm good, I'm cool, I make my own money, I don't need a man. I buy my own cars. I pay my own bills. I pay my own rent. I'm good. I'm happy. But you never like nobody's posts. You never have nothing nice to say about anybody. You don't show up for anybody's events. You don't support. You that happy and miserable. How you that happy and miserable? Like, you can't be happy and miserable at the same time. Like, that's just janky. Like, why would you do that? Why do you want to live life like that? Here's the thing. If you are plateaued or if you are stuck, you don't have to be. You don't have to be plateaued. You don't have to be stuck. All you have to do is say, hey, I don't like my life where it's at. I don't like my business where it's at. I don't like the career I'm in. I don't like the job that I have. I don't like the money that I make. I don't like the skin that I'm in. Which is not to say that you don't love yourself, but if you know that you could do better in your health and your body, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not do it? So some of that is just say, again, it's recognizing and saying, hey, I can do better than this. I can have better than this. I deserve more than this. I'm worth more than this. God called me to be more than this, right? So how do you get unstuck? So now that we talked about, how you get stuck, what stuck is, sometimes it's not being stuck, it's a plateau. Let's talk about how do you get out of it? How do you get unstuck? And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I feel like I literally just went through a season of being stuck. I went through a season where it was driving me flipping crazy, turning 18, coming into his own. I just moved back to Arizona from Atlanta. I was trying to figure out where I was at in my business, trying to get used to balancing my friends and my family and being home and my homegirls and my homeboys. It was just a lot. And my business started suffering for it. And so I went through this season of being stuck, and ta-da! I'm out, and I'm on the other side. So let's talk about how to get unstuck. The first rule to getting unstuck. The first rule to getting unstuck is admitting that you're stuck. Is saying, hey, I'm stuck. I'm not moving at the speed that I should be moving. I'm not getting to where I need to be. I'm not happy here. I want something different. I want something more. First you gotta call a spade what it is. You gotta say it. This is not what I was called for. God created me to do something different, to be something different, to have something more. Have gratitude for what you have. You gotta be gracious and have gratitude. Be thankful that you have what you have. But if you know your belly that has called you to do something different, to have something different, to make different types of moves, then you need to make those moves. And if you don't, then you're stuck or you plateaued. Okay. The second thing is to get clear on what you want. A lot of times people will tell you what they don't want, and we know what we don't want. We know we don't want to be broke. We know we don't want this. We know we don't want that. We know we want to, so we know what we don't want, but what do you want? Do you want to make $10,000 a month? Do you want to be a size 12? Do you want to be married? Do you want to move? Do you want to have a best-selling book? Like, what do you actually want out of your life? Do you want to travel? Like, what do you want? Like, I dare somebody to say, this is what I want. As big and audacious and gritty as it might be, say it out loud. I want to be a doctor. I want to go to school and get my PhD in performance psychology so that I can help my community be better performers. I said it, now I'm in school. I want a new car. I said it, now I have a new car. I want to start a business. I said it, now I have 3 businesses. I want to write a book. I said it, I wrote a book. It took me 2 years, but I wrote the book. Say what you want. Because once you start speaking these things about yourself and your life and what you want out of your life, it will be a lot easier for you to become unstuck. If you're divorced, say, I want to be healed. I want to love again. I believe in love. If you've never been married, say you want to be married. Say that you want a man or say that you want a woman. Like, why do we cower away from the things that we actually want? If you really want to get unstuck, start saying the other place that you want to be. I want to go from point A to point B. What does point B look like? What is point B? Who's there? Why do you want to get there? You have to get clear on what you want and where you want to go in order for you to actually become unstuck. Because if you don't have a destination, it's easy to sit in the place that you are. It becomes very comfortable to be here because here I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable in chaos. I'm comfortable in being content because I don't really know where I'm going, and I don't really know what I'm going to do, and I don't really know what I want. And that is one of the biggest reasons people stay stuck. Just not knowing how to get what they want. And you can't know how to get to what you want if you don't actually know. Okay? So, map that out. Okay? Map out, well, before you can map it out, get clear on what you want. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm feeling stuck. This is where I'm not feeling happy. This is where I think I could do better. This is where I want to go. This is what I want. This is where I see myself. This is the legacy I want to live. This is how I want to change my life, right? And then map that process out. How do I get from here to here? How do I go from here to here? Breadcrumbs, milestones. The same way you use GPS to say I want to go from here to here, that's how you have to do to get unstuck. You have to say, this is where I'm at, this is where I want to go, and then use your imaginary rope and start pulling yourself out of your situation. Start pulling yourself out of your situation. And you pull yourself out of your situation by mapping out where you want to go. If you guys have never done a map before, you've never actually created a map, let your girl know. I do mapping. I map my clients out to get them from point A to point B. It's how I get my clients to write books, start businesses, lose weight, travel. I'm really good at helping people to map things. It's how I have garnered my success. I am a strategic mapper. So if that's something that you're not good at and you're stuck, holla at your girl. I will help you to create your map. The thing about mapping, and this is where most people fall short, is they'll write a to-do list. And a to-do list is great, but if you don't have any actions, any steps, any processes, any deadlines, then it's just a to-do list. And this is why people get frustrated when they get stuck, because you don't know, first of all, but then you write this list of this is what I want to make me happy and this is how I'm going to change. And then you look at it. A lot of times we put these things on our vision board at the beginning of the year, and we keep looking at it all year long. And then here we are at the middle of the year, and we're looking at this vision board, and we're looking at what we want, and we ain't did shit on it. We ain't did nothing. Okay, I didn't do that. Okay. Oh, I started this. Oh, I didn't finish that. I said, no. Okay. I'm halfway through the year, and I haven't done nothing I said I was going to do. I haven't made any progress. I'm still stuck. I'm in the same place I was in January. We're in July. Okay, so admit that you're stuck, get clear on what you want, map out a plan for how you're going to get it. And the piece that I want you guys to get about the plan is you have to create actionable steps. Actionable steps. Milestones, breadcrumbs, actionable steps. That's the only way you get unstuck. Because if you are standing in mud and you're looking at how far you have to go, it's going to be very difficult for you to get yourself unstuck. If you're at a plateau, it's going to be very difficult for you to see yourself going to the next level unless you create itty bitty tiny steps, pulls that will help you get to where you're going. That's how you get unstuck. One step after another. This is where I want to go. What's one thing that will move me there? What's one thing that will get me closer to that? The fourth thing is you got to get help. I don't know why people are afraid to ask for help. You have to say, hey, I need help. You have to say, hey, I don't understand. You have to say, hey, I don't know. You have to say, hey, I would really like to get a better job because I'm miserable at the job that I'm at right now, but I don't know how to qualify for a job that makes $10,000 more than what I make. You have to say that. You have to say, hey, I love being an entrepreneur, but I'm not making the money that I'm supposed to make, and I really struggle with social media. You have to say that. You have to say, hey, I really would like to be married, but I have a problem with trusting people and I don't know how to move past that. You have to say that. You have to say, you know what? I'm broken. Something is broken. I still have some insecurities that I'm dealing with, but I want to be better. You have to say that. Like you have, in order for you to move, to not be stuck, in order for you to get past your plateau, you have to identify the issue that has you stuck where you are. And then you have to ask for help. That could be a mentor, that could be a coach, that could be a minister, that could be a homegirl, that could be your homeboy, your husband, your wife, it could be a stranger, it could be the librarian, I don't know. But you have to let somebody know that you are struggling. You have to let somebody know that you are stuck. You have to let somebody know that there's another level. There's a place of peace. There's a place of growth. There's a place of strength that you want to get to. And somebody has the answer for you. Somebody has that answer. But if you, or this is my favorite, show up looking nice and pretty, miserable, content, unhappy, but smiling at all the events, having a good time. Nothing's good in your life. You're not happy. If you do like that, nobody knows you even need help. Nobody even knows you're stuck. Only you know you're stuck. Hey, Bryce, only you will know you're stuck. So if you don't actually ask for help, how can anybody help you? How can anybody speak into your life? How can anybody speak into the thing that you need if you don't open your mouth and say, hey, this is what I need. I'm stuck. Can you help me? Can you help us sister out? Can you help? You got to ask that. Loy's Barber said fronting. Exactly, folks. Be fronting, Loy's. That's exactly what we do. The fifth one is take a step of faith. Take a step of faith. If you are stuck or if you have plateaued, take a step in the direction that you want to go. Now, the reason why five is five, you got to take a step of faith, is because if you don't, number one, admit that you are stuck, and if you don't, number two, get clear on where you want to go, you can't ask for help, and you can't take a step of faith. And you can't take a step of faith because you don't know where the hell you're trying to go. You don't know what it is you're trying to do. You don't have no direction. When people come to me and be like, I'm stuck, I'd be like, where are you stuck at? What are you stuck on? I don't even know. I can't tell you guys how many times I hear that. I don't even know where I'm stuck at. I don't even know what I'm stuck on. I don't even know why I'm stuck. Half of the time when I'm talking to clients or coaching or taking a phone call or pick your brain, it's to help people get unstuck. It's to help people figure out direction. It's to help people connect their dots. If you're stuck and you're trying to figure out what comes next, first admit that you're stuck. Second, get clear on where you want to go. If you can get clear on where you want to go, I can help you map out a strategy to get there so that you have executable, I don't even know if this is a word, but implementable steps to go from point A to point B. You have to know where point B is. If not, you're going to be like the children of Israel, bro. You're just going to be out there wandering, just wandering, just wandering. You're around the corner from what you want. But because you're out here wandering, it's going to take you forever to get there for you to find it. Your promised land will be sitting right over there, and you're going to be wandering. Hey, Danielle. Thank you, boo. You guys go follow Danielle Pierce. She is amazing. I'll talk about that. I'm going to talk to you guys about my podcast in a little bit, but I hope that Danielle will be joining me on my podcast pretty soon. My podcast launches next week, and I plan to get Danielle Pierce on the podcast, but we'll talk about that later. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about today, just very quickly, is getting unstuck. I get a lot of inboxes. I get a lot of emails about being stuck. I've been seeing it a lot on social media, people talking about they're stuck. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to run their business. They don't know how to get a promotion in their job. They don't know how to be happy in their life. They don't know how to lose weight. They don't know how to heal from a relationship. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Well, no, I think G.I. Joe said no one is half the battle. If you know you're stuck, then that means that there's some place else that you want to go. Where is that? You can tell me where that is, then I can help you get there. But I need to know what you want out of life. You can't hide behind I'm cool. You can't hide behind social media and pictures that make it look like you're happy and really you're not. You can't hide behind seats that say you're doing good in business and really your business is not. You have to open your mouth. Say this is what it is. And then be willing to take the steps to change it. And then be willing to take the steps to change it. You gotta do some work. If you're stuck, you gotta do some work. Thank you, Katina. If you are stuck, you have to do some work. You have to ask for some help. If you're stuck in business and you need help, check out the Mogul Institute. I'm literally relaunching the Mogul and Training Program, which is for entrepreneurs in years 1 through 5. So if your business is struggling and it's hurting because you don't know social media, you don't know graphics, you don't know websites, you don't know how to talk to people, you don't know how to pitch, you need to be in the Mogul in Training program. I specifically built that for entrepreneurs and small business owners who are stuck in their business and they're trying to figure out what comes next. I've broken it down into 5 phases to make it very simple for entrepreneurs, because years 1 through 5 is where most businesses fail. When I first started my business, it was the loneliest time of my life. I didn't have anybody to talk to. Nobody could help me with my business. I'm out here trying to figure things out. I'm losing money. I'm spending money. Why? I didn't ask for help. I didn't ask for help. So I struggled in silence, alone, wasting money. If you are stuck, there are opportunities for you to get unstuck. Hey, Vincent Crawford. There are opportunities for you to get unstuck. Ask somebody for help. And you know, in our community, this brown, this nice chocolatey melanin you see right here in front of you, in our community, we have a problem asking for help. So let me say this to you. Let me say this out there. I'm gonna say this. You know me. You already know. If you hit me up and ask me for help, I'm usually like, let me find it out. Let me see if I can help you. So I'm not one of these people, but I know these people are out there. Let me say this. If you have an answer, be a solution for somebody. If somebody comes to you and asks you a question, help them out. Because at some point, if you're at any level of leadership, if you want to rise, you're going to have to ask somebody else a question at some point. I have to ask people questions all the time. I'm going to tell y'all something. Come in close. Come in closer. I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. I have to ask other people for questions. I have to ask other people for answers too. So sometimes when people ask me something, I don't know it, I'll have to go ask somebody else so that I can get the answer and come back and give it to somebody else. And I do that so that when my day comes and I need something, I feel good and comfortable going and asking somebody else. So if you're that person who needs assistance, ask. But if you're that person that somebody needs something from you, be open and willing and cool with giving information. Like, I don't know why, especially I don't know why in our community, we don't want to help. We don't want to give information. We don't want to share. But then we want to talk about why people are stuck and they're not moving, they're not progressing, they're not moving forward. So sometimes you're the lender, sometimes you're the borrower, right? Sometimes you have the information, sometimes you're giving the information. Any given Sunday, it could be any day. It could be any day. So that's it. I was trying to be under 30 minutes. Am I under 30 minutes? I was trying to keep it under 30 minutes. Farrah's not here. I don't know how much time I have been on here. I was trying to stay under 30 minutes. With that, I'm going to go. Hey, Dwayne Bluestein. Hello, Mogul in Training. You were never stuck, just learning. You know how we do, Dwayne. You know how we do. Thank you, Instagram, for tuning in. We need to talk ASAP. Absolutely. Food by Your Arizona. The hair is still that beautiful. Thank you, Katina. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me on today, talking about how to get unstuck. We went over reasons that people get stuck. We went over negative reasons people get stuck and positive reasons that people get stuck. Sometimes something good happens to you and you get stuck. It's not always negative. It's not always something damning and catastrophic that could cause a person to get stuck. It could be something positive that can cause you to plateau, right? We talked about how to recognize stuck, and then we talked about ways to get stuck. I hope that one of those tips was helpful for you guys. Thank you, Kev, 2743. I hope that one of those tips was useful to you. Dr. Javette, people on the outside just don't understand when I talk about this group. It has been a lifesaver, life and business. You know what, Vincent? Because as I have been revamping some different things for my brand, a lot of times people ask me, how do you do life and business? And I'm going to tell you guys something. Most of my business clients that I coach, it's about their life. So a lot of my business clients, their business isn't doing good because of some of the things that are going on in their life, which is why I do life and business. I also have clients that come to me, they're like, Linnea, I don't have a business, but I want to get my life together. Can you help? So that's why I do life and business. I do business for startups in years 1 through 5 because to me, that's my sweet spot. I like dealing with people that are innovative, who have the right energy and they're the right resilience, but they just don't know what to do. Direct it. They don't know how to monetize their thoughts. They don't know the systems, the processes. They don't know about passive income. They don't know how to create a t-shirt. Like, you just don't know. And when you're just getting started, you will throw a lot of money trying to figure stuff out. And so with the mogul in training, it's $49 a month. You can be in it as long as you want to. There's already 70 pieces of content. I teach it twice a month on the second and fourth Tuesday. Plus, I do a personal development on a Saturday. To me, especially in our community, like that is bring it together, right? You need to have a mentor, or a coach, or something like that. And when you're just getting started, a lot of times people want to charge you a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? $150, $200, $300, and you just get to figure out how to pay your $11.99 for your domain. So I wanted to create I said that I was going to create programs that allowed me to give back. So what I do is I have my mogul in training, which is my membership for $49 a month, so that I can help entrepreneurs that are just getting started really get the knowledge that they need without having to wait so much time. And then I have group coaching, which is a bit more. It's a $149 a month, but that's where I really talk with entrepreneurs about their business. You know what I'm saying? And then I do one-on-one coaching. So I try to do things where I can give my energy and time and effort to people who want to really get unstuck. Because somebody who wants to get unstuck, they're going to invest in themselves. Other people who say, oh, they want to get unstuck, they're going to look for reasons how they can stay comfortable instead of opportunities for them to pull themselves out of the mucky muck. And those are the people that I like. Those are the people that I'm looking for. If you have a desire to pull yourself out of the mucky muck, I got you. Like, what can I do? How can I help you? You can do Pick My Brain. Kev is on here. He knows. He's in my inbox like, hey, what do you think of this? Well, he's a client, though, so because he's a client. But people who are not my clients or people who are not in my mogul tribe, I get inboxes, emails all the time. People are like, hey, what do you think of this? How can you look at this? And I let me say this before let me give my disclaimer. I very rarely turn people away, but let me give my disclaimer. Do not inundate my inbox. Do not inundate my inbox with, hey, can you look at this? That's not what I'm saying. No. That's why I created the whole mogul in training program, so that I can offer the majority of the questions people ask me, I put into my programs so that people can have access to them, right? So a lot of the times this is the thing I want people to know. I love you, and you're unique. You are your own person. But your situation is not. I'm going to say that again. I love you. You are unique. Your calling, your purpose, your passion, those things are unique to you. There's nobody else like you. Your situation, your insecurity, your procrastination, your feeling of doing it by yourself, your feeling of it's too hard, that it does not belong to you. You're not the only person that feels that way. Most entrepreneurs are struggling. Most people have been hurt. Most people are trying to get the get back. Most people are struggling. Like, it's not just you. You are not the only person that is dealing with that situation. And because you're not, all the questions are the same. Lene, how do I get unstuck? Okay, I can say it 15 times, or I can create a class for it. Lene, how do I do passive income? I can say it 35 times, or I can create a class for it. Lene, how do I get started in business? I can say it 25 times, or I can create a class for it. Like, get mad at me. They're like, oh, you're always pushing me off to a class. Because I've already answered this question like 65 times over the past 5 years that I've been teaching, coaching, mogul and training since 2014. So I've answered a lot of these questions, and because I have programs that can answer these questions for you, and they're good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Regina. So yeah, Vincent said, please unstuck yourself with MIT. Absolutely. So MIT is for people that are stuck in business, but we do have a personal development element to it, because I really want people to see themselves being stuck. I want y'all to say this with me. There is less than 6 months in 2019. Like, less than 6 months in 2019. So if you have not gotten on your goals, if you have not made money in your business, if you have not gotten the new job, if you have not gone out on a date, if you have not lost the weight, if you have not wrote your book, if you have not done ... that you said you were going to do at the beginning of the year, you have less than 6 months to do it. Get unstuck, get off your plateau, get off your couch, get off your high horse, stop hanging out, stop spending the money, whatever it is, and get focused on what you're going to do, whatever it is. Get unstuck. Stop saying you're content. Stop saying you're happy. Stop being miserable. Stop looking at other people live their lives and live your life. Like, take your life to the next level. Black excellence is real. You have to claim it for yourself. If you want to get unstuck, and if you want to get off of your plateau, if it's for business, I dare you to challenge you to try the mogul and training membership. It's been around for 3 years. I'm relaunching it. It's super dope. I took it up a level. Before we used to meet once a week, once a month. Now we meet 3 times a month. If you don't want to do and you don't know where you want to go and you don't know what B is, like you can't get from A to B because you don't even know what B is. If you want to do a mapping session, let me know. I do actually sit down with people and help them map out where they want to go, what it is they want to do, and then I create an implementation plan for you, right? So I'm going to give you the actual steps that you need to take to go from A to B. And then I will hold your hand to make sure that you get it done. Because that's what gets me off. You know what I'm saying? I like to see my community win. I'm a winner, and I want you guys to be winners. So with that being said, I hope I helped some of you guys get unstuck today. I hope I gave you some tools, some tips, some ideas, some reasons, some opportunities to get unstuck. I will go through them with you really quick, and then I'm going to go. How to recognize if you're stuck. Number one, if you're not moving forward and making progress, you're probably stuck or you have plateaued. Number two, if you're making excuses for why you're not moving forward, or you say that you're content or I'm good, you might be stuck, boo. A third one is if you're pretending to be happy, but you are not happy on the inside and you're sad, you're frustrated and irritated, and or if you're looking at other people live their life negatively, chances are you stuck. Because if you are really happy, you don't care that nobody else is doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're moving forward, you ain't tripping on the other person who's moving forward next to you because you're minding your business. But if you're looking at everybody else, why she got this? How she got that? Look at him. The chances are you might not be happy. You might be stuck. You know what I'm saying? You might want to fix that. Now, what are some ways that you can get unstuck? Number one, admit that you're stuck. That's the first one. Just say, hey, I want something different. I want something more. I'm stuck. Number two, get clear on what you actually want. Once you know that you're stuck, then you have to figure out, well, if this is me stuck, then where is me free? Ooh, say that again. If this is me stuck, where is me free? What does my life look like if I'm free? What does my life look like if I'm excelling? What does my life look like if I'm actually going after the things that I want? After you do that, then you have to map out your route to success. Again, if you need help creating a map, let me know. That's what I do. Then with that map, you have to create an action plan, an action strategy. Don't just write out a to-do list. Create an action plan. I help people put step-by-step implementation strategies together. So you got to make sure you have that piece or it's just a to-do list. The next one is you want to get help. Ask for help. Find somebody that can help you. If you don't know how to get what you want, how to get where you want, ask for help. Get assistance. You don't lose no cool points for asking for help. What you do is become successful and you reach your goals, okay? And then the last thing is take a step of faith. Do one thing. Just do one thing that will get you closer to what it is that you want, and that will pull you out of being stuck, and it will help you break your plateau. All right? Mwah. I love you guys. You guys have a great evening. Again, I am Lene Javette, the Mogulis, which most of you guys already know. I help you create step-by-step implementation strategies to reach goals in life and business like a mogul. I'll holler at you guys later. Bye, Instagram. I never know how to get off Instagram. Here we go. Boop. And bye, Facebook. I'll see you guys later.